Peace, peace, peace. What's good? What's good? I want to share a little to remind you that you do not have to have every puzzle piece figured out in your life. Think of your life as a big puzzle. When you're putting together a puzzle, you will drive yourself crazy if you try to start at a corner and figure that corner out before you move anywhere else. That's not the way we figure puzzles out. And it's the same way with our life. Sometimes we think that sometimes we force ourselves or we force life to plan out a certain way. We figure out a corner of the puzzle and then we get fixated to think that we need to have this next puzzle piece figured out or put together before we can move on to another puzzle piece. And that's not the way that life works at all. Just like a puzzle, when we're putting together a puzzle, maybe we'll start with some general ideas like find the ends, the perimeter of it, find all the edges and put all the edges together. But even then, when you start at this generalized plan to start around the edges and create the framework around it, you might find one edge that goes right here, and you may find another edge that goes together with it, but then you might find another edge and another edge that goes along with that other edge. It doesn't mean that you're going to find one edge, one corner. Let's say you start at one corner, and then it doesn't mean that you're going to find the next puzzle piece and the next puzzle piece and the next puzzle piece. You may have a little figured out here, and then a little figured out here, and a little more figured out here, and then another corner figured out. And before you know it, you start to put all of those little pieces you were figuring out together. They start to form the edge of the puzzle, whether it's a rectangle or a square or a circle or whatever shape. You begin to see the shape begin to make itself more clear. And I use this more metaphor in life itself. We may have a generalized idea of what step to take, what next puzzle piece we might be looking for. But there may come another puzzle piece, another experience, another plan along the way that's meant for us to take first before we're able to put some other puzzle pieces together. I'm saying this in the sense that a lot of times life seems to be scattered in many different pieces. It seems to be scattered in many different pieces. And the more open we are to being flexible with life itself, the more we will see things align themselves. Because we're not so much fixated on, no, I want this corner. I want to start at this corner first and get this corner figured out and every single piece that goes with that corner before I'm even going to touch any of the other pieces. But that's just us staying in a really closed state of mind, just seeing like this instead of allowing ourselves to expand and see all of the pieces on the table. Not just section ourselves off and say, no, I'm just going to look through here when over here could be the piece that you were looking for. when we just allow ourselves to just look around and allow ourselves to receive whatever puzzle pieces we find that fit together. Doesn't matter if they belong to this corner, doesn't matter if they belong to the edge or the frame, just allowing ourselves to piece the pieces together as we go. As we go. Not trying to have everything figured out, not trying to go from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 in sequence and an order of sequence, and allow ourselves to jump from 1 to the 5 to the 20 to the 37. However it is that it flows, not stay stagnant, and let the energy flow. And allow it to unfold how it's meant to unfold. When you're building a puzzle, you have pieces pieced together in little groups everywhere. As many groups as you need to, until you realize, hey, this group goes with this group. Now we got a whole. And you begin to see every group of experiences come together and connect. And you realize how every single little group of experiences was a part of the bigger purpose. You might have some big clusters of groups of experiences that could be like these big, profound experiences in your life. And you could have like 2 offs, 3 offs, little small, tiny little groups. And you could put these big clusters of experiences of puzzle pieces together, and then you realize that these 2 little ones, these little 1-offs, 2-offs, smaller groups of pieces were the ones that fit the bigger pieces that you had together. Every single one piece of the puzzle counts. Every single one piece. If you're missing one piece of the puzzle, if you miss out on one experience of your life, it wouldn't create the wholeness of the puzzle. You cannot go without not even one puzzle piece, because every puzzle piece, every experience of your life is a part of the bigger, is a part of the wholeness of it. Every single one. It doesn't matter if you're missing one puzzle piece that's at the very corner. You're still missing that one. So why would we even try to cheat ourselves out of any experience when every single experience is a part of it? The puzzle pieces that are hard, more difficult for you to find, when you find them and you piece them together, it's even more feeling, it's a more deeper feeling of feeling accomplished. Like, man, that was difficult to find, but wow, I did it. Look at it, it looks nice. You feel so much more proud of yourself, as opposed to one that's like right in front of your face and you just put them together and it's like, eh, that was easy. I mean, I didn't have to do anything. I just put it together. Sometimes you even doubt your own self, where it's like someone could be like, oh yeah, good job. And you're just like, I mean, they were right there. I didn't have to do much, you know? It doesn't feel so rewarding. It's still great, but it doesn't feel as rewarding as when you really were challenged to put those puzzle pieces together. When life really challenges you and you make it through that and you grow through that, you really feel like, wow, I didn't think I was gonna make it through that experience, and I did. I can breathe. I can look down at that experience now. Not down, but you can, like looking at a puzzle piece, you can see that those puzzle pieces, this group of experiences, and see what it formed. Like, wow, I remember when I was looking for those little groups of pieces, and now they shaped a flower. it just feels so much better, so much more. Just, just feels good. It just feels good to know that you got through it, to know that you made it through that experience. And also to not let experiences ruin the wholeness of the puzzle. Like getting frustrated that you can't find a specific piece that you're looking for, and just toss all the progress that you've already made. What happens then? You just gotta start all over. You have to start all over. It didn't solve anything for you other than giving you a refresh to start again. Clean slate. Yeah, now you have more experience. Now you might know, okay, these two might fit together. I know, maybe start here, maybe start there. So it's not like it's a loss, but at the same time, when we don't know how to control our emotions and control our thoughts and control our energy and allow ourselves to be impatient and allow ourselves to think that things have to be a certain way, instead of allowing ourselves to move on when we feel like we're getting stuck. Allow yourself to keep flowing, just like water. It always finds a path to keep going. It always finds a path. It goes through the rocks. It goes through anything that stands in its way. It shapes itself around it. It doesn't stay stagnant. It doesn't stay stuck there. It always finds a path. It always finds a new way. Our life isn't step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. It's not like that. There are no numbers of chronological steps. There are none. It's like a big puzzle piece. We're meant to hop around and be flexible, be adaptable. Don't just stay stuck on 2 pieces that you just really want to fit together. Don't force anything. Allow yourself to move on. Allow yourself to know that you'll get back to it when it's meant to. Allow your mind to clear. Sometimes all you have to do is just step away. A lot of times when I realize that I'm focusing too much on one thing and I can't even think new ideas, I can't even think new fresh energy, I know that moment is for me to, okay, let me move on to something else for now. Let me refresh myself. Let me go outside and take a walk. Let me go and do this thing that I needed to do and just take my mind away from being stuck on it. Because also when we're just so stuck, we fall deeper into the hole. The more deeper we go, the harder it is to see. The harder it is to get ourselves out of it. But when we step away for a little bit, we come back refreshed. It's like we allow our brain to open up new doors, as opposed to trying to stay opening the same door that's already locked. Sometimes you come back with a new set of keys. So I remind you to allow yourself to be free in however that flow is. Allow yourself to be free in the flow. Don't be stuck on something and thinking that it has to be a certain way, or that you can't move forward or sideways or backwards. There is no forward, really, the way that we think about it. It's not like a finish line where you gotta run the track a certain way. In life, you can run to the side, you can run to the left, you can run backwards. And it's not you truly running backwards at all. There's no right direction other than the direction that you're feeling divinely guided to take. If you gotta go left, go left. Don't be thinking you gotta go straight. If you're feeling to go back, go back. Don't be thinking you're taking steps backwards, actually, like literally. I mean, literally, you might be taking a step backwards, but there's no, like, if you falling behind or anything like that. That's one of the biggest setbacks that you can believe in, thinking that there is setbacks when there's none. Every redirection is protection. Every reroute is re-guiding you to where you're meant to be. And trust that even if you can't see your puzzle piece coming along or what it's shaping or what it's forming, trust and believe it's forming. And it's forming into something so beautiful. Believe it. Carry that with you. Receive it. Honor that. Value that. Cherish it. Because it's true. And I'm just here simply to remind you. Peace.